name of the album is Kintsugi, and it's a Japanese word that describes a technique of repairing broken ceramics with gold-infused resin. I was initially drawn to the concept of Kintsugi by the underlying philosophy behind it, which is that the repair of an object and actually drawing attention to that repair makes it more beautiful and more complete in its new history visually.
When this black sun revolves around you.
And you guys are releasing this on cassette tape, so why are you deciding to do that?
It's been really fascinating to, I think, all of us, that the cassette is now coming back as a viable format. And I think it's strangely enough, our very first record was released as a tape. You know, I released a tape under the name Death Cab for Cutie that Chris, since I almost said recently deceased. He's still alive. He left the band.
Departed.
Recently departed, not deceased. He's very well alive and happy and well. Recently departed guitar player recorded, and so we just kind of were like, yeah, let's put it out on cassette. It seems like it's a thing that people are doing again, but I feel like it's crazy to have been around long enough that we put out a cassette when nobody was doing it, and now people are listening to them again.
Why do you think those musical figures are so iconic and have that emotional impact, not just on musicians, but the whole world?
You know, it's something that I've always wondered about, because it seems like musicians, and certainly iconic musicians, you know, the John Lennons, the Kurt Cobains, certainly people the Jimi Hendrixes, people who had their lives tragically cut short. There's a particular type of mourning that happens for a musician that's cut down in their prime that almost doesn't exist for any other type of artist. I could still to this day remember being a 17-year-old kid and like having my mom come in and tell me. You know, I was just on my way to school.
I mean, he was one of us. Like, there was such an authenticity to a lot of what was happening in Seattle. These were all bands that were around, and suddenly the international spotlight got put on them. And there was a source of amazing amount of pride for us in Seattle.
Yeah, growing up as Northwestern.
Yeah, and to have, you know, someone like that go it feels really personal in a way that
it still feels like it happened yesterday.
It affects me on a very personal level, and yeah.